Disclaimer, we are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. We are not doctors. We are not mental health specialists. We're just married. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Now let's do this.
These are the sessions, scars on display. Learned here to stay. No heroes left, just trying to heal. Unscripted voices finally real. We're still standing, still self-aware, building something from all the damage there.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Joel, host of Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. And looking at me like deer in the headlights across from the table is Gloria Rosario.
I'm not a deer in headlights.
My doe, my deer,
I was going to
my
say,
female
I'm just
deer.
shocked.
Shocked at what?
At
That I didn't stumble across my sentences just before I turned on the microphone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's, hi everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hope everybody's doing well. I'm okay.
Dumpster
It
fire.
seems like I say that all the time, doesn't it? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because you got all this like, oh, you claim it, or I get that. I get it. I know that some guys will probably give me crap for it, but could things be better? Yes, without going into detail. Yes, there's certain things that in the background are kind of effed up and got to work on them. But overall, we're doing good.
Look, man, how I tell you and what I tell you all the time, as long as you're breathing and you have air in your lungs and you're functioning, you are okay. Everything else can hold off.
You know, it's funny. Gloria has been like talking me off the cliff. Like, she's amazing. You know, I know we joke around and stuff like that, but Glo's she's freaking amazing. I'm telling you, she's like the best. And this goes to some of you guys out there listening too, like my buddies out there. You guys are the best too, man, because you guys have been, I'm telling you, I've been feeling a lot different lately. And it's credit goes to you guys, right? Like Gloria and you guys, because I don't know, I guess it's starting to sink in. I have no idea. So, no, I appreciate you, Gloria, and I appreciate you guys out there.
Oh, that's so sweet. I
do.
appreciate you too. Believe me, he puts up with my crap too. So, I mean, I'm not the easiest person to live with.
Ain't that the truth? That is true.
He chose this life. Like, whenever we get into like a little tiff or an argument, I was like, look, jerk, you picked this life. I told you I was messed up.
Sure did.
I was like,
You know what, though? I would pick it again. I totally would. Because you are my soulmate.
see, and when we started dating, he couldn't understand why I was single. It's because I was crazy. And he's actually...
You know, seriously, like, I'm like, how are you single? You're pretty awesome.
because I'm nuts, dude. That's why.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker. So.
No, yeah, so if we can get back to an important topic
Okay.
about how wonderful I am, I would like to elaborate on that.
Okay. Let's not make your head bigger.
I'm joking, of
Let's
course.
not make your head
No, I'm
bigger,
not.
please.
Are you kidding? I could barely wear a hat.
I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm not going to mess with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nice guy. Well, maybe too nice. Everybody says I'm too nice.
He's too nice.
Okay, explain to the people out there listening why Joel Rosario is so nice, or too nice, rather. Why? Why is that? How is that a thing?
Well, I mean, in comparison to me, like, I'm a nice person, right?
For the most part.
For the most part, look, as long as the respect is mutual, I will treat everybody.
Sure. I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to treat people the way that I would want people to treat me. You know, it's when people get crazy and, you know, forget that I can be a little legato. Yes, you know?
Yeah, people think because, I mean, I can get ghetto if I want to. I just choose not to.
Oh, no, I can't control it sometimes, as I've shown in the
Yeah,
past.
well, yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
No, it's because, like, and he's gotten a lot better about standing up for himself, because in the beginning when I first started to date him, that was my biggest issue with him. He was, like, too nice. Like, not to me. Of course, he's supposed to be wonderful to me.
Typical woman logic, right? I want a guy that treats me great. And then it's like, I want a guy that treats me like garbage. Like, what is it with you females?
We're crazy.
I don't get that.
I'm crazy. We're
I want
crazy.
a guy
all
that
of us.
talks to me nice and treats me nice. I want a guy that pushes me around and talks down to me. I don't know. Seems like a chick thing.
Dear, there's a time and a place for both. Okay, let me tell you from experience. Time and a place for both. But Joel just used to kind of let people talk to him crazy. And it's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was a boiling point, though.
Right. And
But the threshold was pretty high.
it was. And one day I remember... I don't know if it was like my nephew or it was somebody that had said something crazy to you. Mm-hmm. And I kind of was like, whoa, like that's your uncle. I don't know if it was like maybe one of your nieces. They said something joking, but I was like, if I ever talk to my
I think it had something to do with me being overweight or whatever.
Something like that.
I am an overweight, portly man, so...
But I'm sorry. I was like, I'm from the school that you need to respect me because I'm an adult. Mm-hmm. And I will give it to a kid. Like, you know.
You know, not to defend myself, but I think part of that was it's not my kid. It's not my place to discipline him.
No, but if it's...
I get it.
I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was like a random kid or... We were out somewhere, like at the store, and...
I don't remember. I vaguely remember
this because it was like a kid who was just like running around acting all crazy.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
And it's like, no, dude. Where's your mom? Like, go back to your mom, you little demon. You know. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's like I don't care if it's like adult to child, adult to adult, wife to husband, husband to wife. There needs to be a line of like where you can joke around things. Mm-hmm. Like a joke is supposed to make somebody like laugh, right?
Right.
But if you're making fun of somebody's like a parent or something like for me, it was always my lisp that people always used to point out, or you know sometimes like my mumbling. I can't help that. That's like my I have a.
It's funny because you mentioned the lisp and all of that speech impediment stuff, and I don't really pick up on it. But when you point, I think it's kind of cute, to be honest with you.
I have so much control sometimes over like enunciating things because I'm so like I'm not embarrassed, but I don't like to give people an opening, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of why, and I know friends of mine have kind of told me about this. That's kind of why I do self-deprecating humor and I talk myself down, which, by the way, we're going to talk about today. We're talking about yourself in a negative way and putting yourself down, stuff like that. But that was one of my issues, this whole self-deprecating. And to me, it's just, I don't take myself too serious. I'm just joking around. But you're giving and this is in recent times, I've engaged in that with other people, and it seemed like those people took it as license to be kind of disrespectful.
And that's where I draw the line. Because, you know, think about, well, for me, my best friend can talk crazy about me. Like, they can talk about anything.
Yeah, when it's your guys.
When it's my best friend, right? But
because you know you're not being mean, you're just joking around,
right? And you know they can say some things that other people might consider hurtful, but because it's my best friend telling me, I know like, okay, she's joking around, right? But there's also the type of friend that will do a backhanded kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like they could be talking about, you know, your weight or whatever, not you specifically, but but they could be mean about it, and they're it's like a double meaning. You know, it's like, oh, I'm not making fun of you, but I am making fun of you in a roundabout kind of way. You know, and I have issues with that. You know, when there's disrespect like that, it's supposed to be funny. You know, especially if it's somebody that you know and you're like in a friend group or whatever, and you guys are joking around. I don't find it funny.
See, and I know I've been told, don't ever do it. Don't ever talk bad about yourself. Don't ever say negative things about yourself. And because words have weight and they mean things and stuff like that. I get all of that. But at the same time, kind of what you were saying in context. So if I'm with a group of friends of mine and we're just kind of shooting the breeze and like joking around, giving each other the business or whatever, personally, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that.
Right.
Like if, I'm such an idiot, blah, 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 or... I don't think that means any... there's no weight to those words.
But when you're directly commenting on something, whether it's the way you dress, or if you have a speech impediment, or whether you have a disability, like those things I feel are like personal attacks on people. Like, I don't know. I don't do it. And I don't allow people to do that to me. And the funny thing is that I will call myself a fat bitch, right? I know.
I basically call myself that too.
No, but
But at the same time, like say I call myself, my fat ass, blah 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 blah. Then dude over here jumps on, like he goes a little overboard with it. It's like, all right, dude, like
he's lay off.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm getting at is like the way that me and my cousins talk to each other. Not all of my cousins, because my younger cousins I kind of don't get along like that.
Right.
But the cousins that are my age, that I grew up with, that all that. We call each other fat bitches. We're mean to each other, but it doesn't leave our circle. We don't do it like if I'm at the store.
And you don't take offense.
No,
right.
If I'm at the store, I'm not going to turn around and call somebody like my cousin a fat bitch because we're in public.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's going to get you a loaf of bread upside the head or something.
With some of them. But I know who I can play around with like that.
Okay, let me stop you real quick. Do you think it's a cultural thing then?
Yes.
You think so?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's a cultural thing for us, Because think about it. If you're fat, they call you gordo.
You know what, though? This is true. That is very true.
Gordo is fat in Spanish. Or gorda or gordita is fatty or fatso.
In the Latino culture, and it's funny because I think there's TikTok videos out there now. You guys can go search them out. If quote unquote white people or, regular people use Latino terms or whatever.
Right.
And they are really all insults. So if a guy that's heavy would be gordo, which is fat. Or
gordito means fatty.
Yeah, fatty or chubby. If they call somebody fail, hey, what's up, fail? Fail means ugly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's constant put downs.
But see, we're harsh with each other like that. You know what I mean?
No one takes offense.
No one takes offense.
I don't know.
When there's a difference between me and my cousins playing around calling each other fat asses or fat bitch or anything to that effect. Because we know we're playing around. We even call each other hoes sometimes.
Well, okay.
No.
Like garden tools.
No.
Hey, garden tool.
Hey, garden tool. No,
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about actual.
So we've had this conversation, all of us, all of my cousins and I, when we're together. It's one thing when we're doing it as joking around and playing around and, just sitting around, having fun, just messing around. But it's in the tone that you use it in.
Right.
Because when other family members used to call me fat as a kid, they would do it with the mean undertone.
Right.
It would be like, oh, you're so fat, no one's going to ever look at you to be, a wife or a girlfriend. Or, dude, you're telling this to fucking... I'm sorry, we could But you could tell you're telling this to a 6-year-old. And that to me is that's wrong.
I experienced that kind of stuff when I was a kid. Yeah,
right, and that's what I'm talking about.
It wasn't said as a joke or anything.
It depends on the tone.
Yeah.
See, my mom could call me gorda, and it could be like okay, but if she says gorda, you're worthless, which she doesn't. At least not anymore that I'm an adult. You know what I mean? It's the tone that you're using. You know?
Yeah, and then you kind of touched on it because you were saying when you were a kid. Like, I know when I was a kid, I got insulted by people.
Even strangers used to. Like,
they feel like they can. I don't understand that. Like, you just walk up to a random person and say something.
I remember like this one time. My mom didn't. How can I put it? My mom was there, but she was always working. Mm-hmm. So we just basically ran around like wild monkeys. Like we did whatever we wanted, but within reason.
Right.
And I remember that my mom
didn't have like the cops bringing you home all the time.
Not all the time. Sometimes though. I'm not lying.
I didn't even expect that, but okay.
You look at who you're talking to.
See, but then at the same time, it doesn't surprise me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was like, come on, think about who you're talking to.
Here's a Spanish word, salvaje.
Salvaje.
Savage.
I'm going to say this real quick. You saying that kind of reminds me of my grandma. She used to tell me that I was a barbara all the time.
Oh, like a barbaric.
Like, I'm a barbarian.
That also brings up another memory, salvaje. I used to, my grandma in Puerto Rico, we say, here, I'll paint the picture a little bit. So we're eating breakfast, right? And she makes like, they call it, it's kind of like a breakfast cornmeal thing that we make. And we'll have
like grits almost.
Kind of
right?
like grits, yeah, but it's cornmeal and it's sweet. Anyways, so we have our breakfast, whatever. There's a pot left over. It's all crusty and gross. And she's like, give the leftovers to El Salvaje. And it's like, huh? And then El Salvaje outside in the back. And she had this dog that she called El Salvaje, the savage. This dog was not a friendly dog. And she had it chained to like this doghouse. And we were afraid of this dog. And it was weird because it was like a cuddly, cute dog. But no, don't go up to that thing. So you should thinking about it now, it's so funny. You should see me or my brother trying to give this dog like the scraps to eat or whatever. Oh my gosh, it was so hilarious. And it was like the opposite of what a ferocious dog looks like. This dog it was all black and white and furry and looked like cuddly, like you just want to hug him. No way. She named them properly. Yeah, and I remember one time this dog got loose, and she literally had it like chained to this doghouse because like she can't let him loose. And
I'm picturing like a Chihuahua.
I mean, it was like a mid-sized dog. It wasn't like a huge dog.
Yeah,
but it was a cuddly dog. But I remember one time. I think we went outside to play or something like that. I don't remember. And the dog was by the doghouse.
Yeah.
And my brother, the troublemaker, decided, hey, let's go tease the dog.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So the closer he got to the thing, the closer the savage started getting to us. And then they realized, oh wait, it's loose. It's not attached to the thing. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard. And then the dog was like trying to chase him and stuff. I mean, it was whatever. That's the end of my story.
No, but the whole barara thing, it kind of makes me laugh because like my grandmother would use that for everything, especially like when she got older and the deeper she got into the Alzheimer's. It was funny because like
that she remembered.
Oh, she remembered that. So I'd be like, Grandma, it's time to like shower. I showered yesterday. I was like, Grandma, you know very well that you did not shower yesterday. And she'd be like, "Yeah, but," in her little old lady voice, and I would always
Because
laugh.
you were so mean to
Because
her.
I was a barbarian.
You made her take a shower.
Or it'd be like, Grandma, it's time for breakfast. Oh no, I eat already. I had so much food, I couldn't eat another bite. And I'd be like, Grandma, I just got here. Who fed you? Your mom. My mom left to work at like 3 a.m. This is now like 7 a.m, 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm coming in.
In her defense, she might have thought she did.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I know you didn't. Don't argue with me.
Right.
But that was our banter back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, I don't want to eat. And I'd be like, Grandma, you have to eat. You need to take your medications. And then she'd go, hi.
Yeah, you're so mean to her.
I'm so savage. But
Yeah, so like I was kind of saying before the savage story. When I was a kid, I think a lot of that stuff stuck, right? Because I took it with me when I got older. I mean, and look, sometimes, and I don't think I do it consciously. I do it sometimes because when you talk like that about yourself or make it a joke or whatever, you kind of take the power or sting out of it when other people do it to you.
I was going to say that too. I think that, when you joke around with people that you're familiar with and you're cool with and you joke around with, it takes away the power from other people, calling you and making it something negative,
But that seems kind of, now that I think about it right now, do you think that seems kind of counterproductive?
No. Let me tell you why.
Why? Because I'm about to disagree with you.
Okay, well, when I moved in with my aunt, there was this guy there, and I hated him so much. He lived there. He was my uncle's.
I don't know why I laughed.
he was one of my uncle's workers. There was always, my uncle and my aunt are such good people. They would always have, well, first of all, me, I didn't even belong there, and they picked me up,
Right.
But if one of their workers needed help or they needed somewhere to stay, they would bring them into the house, and it was common for that to happen.
Okay.
Well, this particular worker, I did not like him. Mm-hmm. He just vibed me the wrong way. He just it's one of those people that give you like the ick,
Okay.
So I remember we used to do. I was really petty back then,
Just back then.
No, petty. If my name could have been changed to Patty LaBelle, I would have been petty.
I kind of like that. I'm going to call you that from now on.
Petty?
Petty LaBelle.
No, but okay, so I don't know how it escalated to this point, but we would always do things to each other. I couldn't stand him. And, it was just one of those things. And I used to call him house bitch. Right? And I don't think he liked that. And again, you can only imagine the names that he called me. If I'm calling him house bitch, it's for a reason.
Were going crazy.
We were going at it towards each other,
Uh-huh.
So one day I was like washing the dishes and he said something to me and I got kind of mad. I was like, I did something earlier and I had forgotten about it. And it was something with the laundry. Like I didn't take my laundry out and he had to wash clothes and he was like in a hurry. And he's like, you're such a fat bitch. I looked at him straight in the face and into the eyes and I was like, oh, I know I'm fat. I could lose this fat if I wanted to, but I have a tumultuous relationship with food. I was like, but baby, I could lose the weight. You'll still be a bitch. And I could tell that he wanted to choke me. But the fact that I took the power away from the fat bitch insult, I know I'm fat, dude. I look in the mirror, I wear clothes, I shop for my clothes. I know I'm fat. You're not telling me anything new, know? I was like, I may be what I am, but you still a bitch, And it took the power away from that moment because instead of him upsetting me, I made it a mutual playing ground or a playing field.
Okay, but to me, there's no winners there, right?
Yeah.
Who won that?
I did.
Tell me.
Me.
Okay. You were the winner?
Yes.
You felt good about yourself after doing
I
that?
felt great. And you know what? He went to tell my uncle, and my uncle couldn't do anything but laugh at him.
Did he really go run to your uncle
Yeah.
like a little child?
Yeah, like a little bitch. He ran to my uncle. But that's what I'm saying is like, I can give it to people. I can be a real jerk if I want to, you know. But as I've gotten older, I've become more passive. You know, I don't react to very many things. It takes me a while to like get to that point because I guess my takeaway from that whole bad temper era of myself is that I'm a lot more happy now that I'm like a little bit more passive and I choose my battles, and it's just like I don't care what people think of me, you know. And going to the gym when I was, you know, more active at the gym, you know, a random guy called me a fat bitch. I was like, dude, I didn't do anything. I was just like on the treadmill minding my business, you know. I didn't say anything to him, and then he said it like louder, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you were talking to me. Can you repeat what you said? I didn't quite hear you. And that wasn't the reaction that he was expecting. So that's the thing that I do now. When somebody says something to me that's like inappropriate or should get me angry, I reflect it back onto them. You know, when you say, oh, I didn't hear what you said, even though you clearly heard what the person said, it puts the pressure back on them to like actually repeat what they said, you know?
Well, I think that's a female thing anyways. What did you say? You know exactly what I said. You do
Can
that
you
to me
repeat
all
that?
Yeah, you do that to me all the time.
It's
What did
because
you say?
I'm giving you an opportunity to choose life. That's why.
No. And what's my response most of the time? You heard what I said.
And
I'm
I
not
do.
trying to repeat it.
Yeah, but you repeat it sometimes
See, but
anyways.
I don't fall for those tactics, those female tactics.
No.
No, I'm too smart for that.
Yeah, okay. If you're smart, you would have run away instead of marrying me, dummy.
No. I need someone to do my laundry.
And you better watch it with that, buddy, because that could change at any moment. You'll be washing your own chores.
I love how you always say that. It's like, I did my own laundry. I can cook. I can sew. I can take care of myself.
So what you're telling me is that I can be completely 100% lazy and not do anything?
Absolutely not. That's not in the contract.
Okay, guys, you heard this. You heard this live and recorded.
100%
Live and recorded.
The contract I'm still paying for.
And you're going to be paying for it till the day you die.
Oh my God, I hope not. Oh my God, no. Please. I have plans. We'll see if they...
That shut him up real quick.
What shut me up?
The reminder of payment of love.
That I paid for yeah, I'm paying for it, all right. Anyways,
Let's move on.
yeah, so I've gotten a lot better, I would say, with that. I know one of my issues, like say at work, I was kind of in a spot that I couldn't really escape, if that makes any sense. I've since been moved, and it's kind of made things change a little bit. Maybe that's what it was. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I will admit, I think I'm getting better at it. I mean, you kind of told me that you've seen a bunch of changes with me as of late. I think, I mean, I give you credit, of course. My friends, I'm part of this group that get together and we kind of talk about stuff, whatever. And I think all of that's really has helped me. But at the same time, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with joking around with yourself or whatever.
No, but it's, again, the tone.
So that's the thing that I don't want to call it confusion, but like I said, I can see that point, right? Like, don't ever do it. I get that. I get it. But I think it's okay to joke around. Like, would I go as far as say is nothing sacred? Maybe there's some things that you shouldn't cross,
Right.
like lines you shouldn't cross. But you are right about tone and intent and all that kind of stuff.
Because there are people who tell you these things with cruel intentions.
Well, there's people, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's cowardism, right? It's being you're a coward, because normally you wouldn't tell someone to their face, right? But then because now it's in a joking context and it's out in the open, now you feel it's okay. So you'll say whatever's on your mind now, and then badmouth someone or call them a name or whatever.
Right.
And most of the times, personally, I would just roll off my back. I wouldn't care
Right.
what people say. But there were times, and maybe it's just a human thing, right? A thing that's built in where you could tell when the intent was bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you know that when they said that, they weren't
Joking around
they weren't
or
really
playing around. No.
There's a little more sting to it when they say it.
Right. And like I said, if it's a person that I don't normally play around with like that, I'm going to take it as a personal thing,
Right.
because we don't get along like that. I might get along like that with my cousins, but
That has happened to me. There was one guy at work, and he's in a whole nother department, right? I don't ever talk to him. He doesn't talk to me. I'm the kind of person that normally in the mornings I'll say good morning, right?
Right.
And I stopped doing that because a lot of the times people don't respond that way. They don't say, "Oh, good morning," or
how you doing,
yeah,
Bob?
people are all like, or they hate their life. They don't want to be there. Okay, dude, I don't want to be here either. I'd rather be somewhere else. But
Here I am.
good morning, and yeah, it's just I just stopped doing it, and I hate that because I think it's just
Rude.
yeah. Just walk in and just be kind of like
See, my work environment is a lot different. I'm in a welcoming environment, with just a few people, But I don't go out of my way to say hello to people. I smile at everyone.
yeah. I just stopped. I just stopped putting in the effort, I guess.
It's not so much putting in the effort. It's just like, if you're not a friendly person, see.
Yeah,
and
I don't force it. I don't bother
right,
you.
and that's the thing. I have my moments and my days where I'm like super friendly and just like hello to just like everybody I'm seeing on the street. But on my days where I have like a bad day or I'm in a bad mood or I'm just not very talkative, I don't even look at people. I just look at the floor. I'm trying to avoid eye contact as much as possible.
Yeah, you just kind of mind your own business.
Right, but those days are far and few in between,
See, but that, like, back to the guy, it's like a guy in a whole nother department. They don't really say anything to him. And then there was one day, and I don't even know what triggered it, how it even came up, but he was quote unquote joking around and made some kind of comment. He must have overheard someone else say something, or I don't remember.
About you?
Yeah, and then he made a statement, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, I don't even know you like that, And it's like that. That to me was kind of like I didn't take that too kindly. You know what I mean? Like I don't even talk to you, or you don't ever talk to me, and it's like. To me, why would you even say that?
And see, I think back to the whole part of like you being overly friendly or overly passive, being too nice.
Mm-hmm.
I used to see that in all aspects of your life. With family, with coworkers, with strangers. Like I remember this one particular time, we were moving from the apartment that we had to the house, right? And there was this lady, and she was having problems with her car. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
So he sees that you're with your woman, like a female, right?
Yeah.
And she had
like a baby with her.
I'll give it to her. She did need help, right?
Uh-huh.
But once you started helping her, she started having you do things for
Do
her.
everything, yeah.
You know, oh, my car, this, blah, 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 blah. Can you please throw this away? And I'm looking at this heifer like, look, lady. No, I remember I went up to this lady.
I remember, yeah.
And I was like, excuse me, ma'am. I was like, me and my boyfriend here,
We were in the middle of something.
we're in the middle of moving and we have to be out of here by tonight. So, no, he can't help you anymore. I'm sorry. And you were like, that was so rude. I was like, sweetheart, we're on a time crunch here. You know, they want us out of here by this time and we're over here and I was like, I'm the only one moving stuff because the other two guys that were with us at the time weren't there or they were doing something. So it was just basically me moving this stuff around. And I was like, no. I was like, we need to.
Yeah, it started with her car seat, and she needed help with her car seat, which I helped her, and then I forgot what else. And it was
like a laundry list of
then
things.
it started like more and more and more. It's
I
like,
was
can
like,
you help me with this? Can you help me with
No,
this?
sweetheart. I was like, get your own man. Go get your baby daddy over there to help you. I was like, my man is busy right here because we're moving. But
It's because I'm a gentleman and I'm chivalrous.
exactly. And you don't have to be like that with every single person. Like, I am not a jealous person. I don't care if you talk to other women. I don't care if you help the neighbor that's a lady. I don't care. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me.
Right.
Right? It's when people abuse
Start taking advantage.
of the help that you're giving them.
I that's happened to me before where
Yeah.
people like I start helping them and I do it just to help, right? And it's like it turns into like then I do start thinking like I'm getting kind of taken advantage of here.
No, and that's the conversation that we were having that day. You know, you were so like insulted that I told you that you're like too nice. I was like, babe, it's not that. I was like, you're getting taken advantage of. I was like, I don't even have you do all that stuff for me, and like, I'm your like partner. You know, I was like, and you're gonna be doing that for some random lady? Like, no, thank you, ma'am.
I do think, if I remember right, there were times where I was kind of telling her I got to get back to my.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember saying I got to get back to. I'm in the middle of moving. I got to get back. And then, oh, wait. Oh, wait.
I was like, oh, no, sweetheart. We got things to do. Come on, vámonos. Let's go. Let's do this. We ain't got time for that. Sorry, lady. I was like, I understand your predicament and that you need help and stuff, but no.
I mean, she did need help, but then after a while,
She was taking advantage.
Yeah.
She was. And that's what I say when I say that you're too nice. It's not. You should be kind to people. And I preach that all the time. Be kind to one another. Be nice to each other. Be good to each other.
Yeah, but the world is full of just like.
People who are going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, scammers and.
Draw the line and say, this is my limit. This is all I'm going to help you with. This is all that I can help you with. Exactly. And that's one thing that you were not good at in the beginning when we started dating. You know, I was like,
still not good at it.
No, but you're getting better. You know, it was funny because I remember telling Joel after the situation with that lady, I was like, no, sweetheart, there's a new sheriff in town. I was like, we ain't going to be helping everybody. And that's what I tell him all the time. I was like, there's a new sheriff in town, buddy. I was like, we don't do that kind of stuff here, you know?
But please use tact. Be nice. Sip your tea. Isn't that what you say all the time?
I do.
All right. Well, bottom line is just watch this negative self-talk, I guess. I guess that's the point of this conversation.
For the most part, but I mean, if you have like low self-esteem, it's not helping you to like talk down to yourself.
That is true. It's just making it worse.
And see, the thing is, it's like,
obviously that's stuff you got to work on, guys. It's like if you're having issues with your self-esteem or worth or anything, work on it. I mean, that's something that's important.
You guys are gonna think this is weird.
Coming from you,
No. But I don't know if I heard you talking about this, but I had heard about this technique before, where every day in the morning you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you find 10 things that you like about yourself. Right? And I used to do this all the time. Like I still do it sometimes when I'm like in a crabby mood or just, you know, not feeling, I guess, with the will to live.
Yeah, I mean, I get like that too.
You know, they could be 10 random things. You know, I'm a kind person. I like my eye color. I love my family. I'm a loving person. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And you do that every day until you start to believe those things. And they could be the same things every day, or you can change them.
Right.
They could be 5 things. And then in a month, you can add another 5 things. And then, you know, progressively, you're going to start to feel a little bit better about yourself.
You know, a friend of mine recently told me, because we were kind of talking about it, and what they said is really great. They said, you got to start small.
Right.
Sometimes you can't. I mean, you're not going to do everything at once.
No.
So in the mornings, take like a minute to do this. Then
Right.
go to 2 minutes and make it 3 minutes.
And then 4 minutes.
Even like, and I believe one of the things he does too is like, this is a goal of mine. I want to read more and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
He'll take a book and read like a page a day or a chapter
I've
a day.
done that before.
And because, you know, and after a while, you read the whole thing.
That's what I had to do with your book, because I don't have as much time sometimes to kind of just sit there and like read.
Right.
So I'll read like 3 or 4 pages and then 5 pages or maybe a little chapter. Well, yours weren't set up like chapters, but
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a fairly easy read. So.
right. So I would do, you know, a couple of pages every time I had a little bit of time, and before you knew it, I was like done with the book.
Right.
So, but you know, the another thing too, and I'm gonna keep this short, is like, you know, I'm joking about, you know, calling myself a fat bitch and all that stuff. Like I do. But there was a point in time where, you know, I didn't have good self-esteem. You know, I mean,
Would you say your self-esteem is good now, or?
I have no problems with my self-esteem. I learned to love myself. You know,
I still struggle from time to time, but I'm getting better.
I've been all over the place. Like, I've never really been like a small size 5 girl. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've always been
I'm a bigger dude too.
I've been chunky, I've been fat,
It's because I'm big boned.
no.
Is that even a thing? No,
No,
for real
but-
though, big bones.
No, when we're talking about this is where I was going with this, right? You know, in our Latin culture, we're very strict on girls, or, you know, you need to be skinny, you need to be skinny, you need to be skinny, like all the time. That's all we hear, you know? I was never skinny, like not even in my like younger formative years. I was always
Everyone
like,
is built different.
no. So I remember in 7th grade, they made us take a physical because I wanted to play basketball for our junior high. So I go in, and my mom tells the doctor, tell her she's fat. You know, and I really wasn't, like, I was thick, but I wasn't, like, not like I am now. Like, now I'm fat, dude. Now you can call me fat and I won't get offended, you know? But, you know, I kind of looked at the doctor and kind of looked at the floor, and he picked up my hand, and he's like, look at her wrist, right? And you could tell, like, this part of my wrist is, like, bone. You know what I mean? This is bone. He's like, a person with this thick of a wrist, they're never going to be a size 5. You know, your daughter is like almost 6 feet tall. You know, she's never going to be healthy at a size 5 or 6 or 7 because she's not built like that. Like, look at her body, look at her bone.
Right.
He's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with her. And that was the first time that, like, I heard that, you know, from an adult.
Then there was nothing wrong with
That
you.
there was nothing wrong with me. And it's like my mom didn't know what to say, and the doctor was kind of telling her, like, don't tell your own kid that they're fat. Like, she's chunky, she's a little chubbers, but she's within what she's supposed to be for her height, you know? And the doctor's like, for you to expect her to be like a size 5 when she's 6 feet tall, it's like, and look at her hip bones. It's like, it's not ever going to happen, you know?
And this is coming from a doctor.
And it's from a doctor, you know, and the doctor was like kind of shaming my mom. And I remember that. No, because it felt good to finally hear.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
You know, and it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I'm like, I look good in what I wear. Like 99% of the time, I'm walking around like a homeless man. Yes.
For the
most part.
you clean up nicely though. I will give you that.
And that's what I'm saying. When I know I have to dress up, I can do my hair. I do my makeup. I do,
I really like when you wear dresses and like do yourself up. You are very, 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 very. Why are you looking at me like that? I was about to compliment you.
No, it's sweet. But
She does clean up very nice.
I do.
I do okay.
It took me a while to kind of accept my body and learn what looks good with my body.
But at the same time, dear, we have to work on ourselves.
No, and we have been working on ourselves, and
Yes, I just got back from the doctor, a few days ago, and now I'm up to about 60 pounds lost.
yay.
60 pounds. I probably would have been more if I don't even want to say because I know a friend of mine's listening.
Yeah, you tell him, Cliff.
Not going to the gym.
No, but see, here's the thing. It's like, we've both been losing weight. Mm-hmm. You a little faster than I, and that's normal, right? It's going to happen like that. I look at Brad and I gain 15 pounds. Like, that's just the way life is. But what I'm trying to get at is that once I stopped listening to everybody telling me what was wrong with my body, I started finding things that worked for my body. So knowing how to dress for your body type with dresses and dress clothes and jeans and, because right now I look frumpy and just a mess. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm at home.
We're both in our pajamas.
Right. I have a messy bun. Like I need to shower. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm at home. Mm-hmm. But I know that if we're going somewhere, there's a time and a place for that. Mm-hmm. So obviously I'm not going to go out looking like this. But even as a bigger person or a fat bitch or whatever I call myself, there's ways to kind of make yourself feel good. Not everybody's going to be a size 5. Not everybody is going to, ideally people would want to be a size 5, but that's never going to work for everybody, So be happy with yourself and work on yourself. If you're not happy with your weight, work towards it,
And limit the bad talk about yourself.
Yes.
Because you're better than that.
No, you are. You are.
And then it doesn't give them license to be jerks.
No, and know your worth too. Know that there are people out there that are jealous of you, even if you are fat. There are people out there who are jealous of you, It could be your confidence. It could be your looks. It could be your personality. A lot of the times, and I say this, and we've said it before, when people point out things in you that are wrong with you, it's not you.
No.
It's them reflecting themselves on you,
Yes.
So don't let people tell you, that you're worthless or that you don't deserve love because you're fat or you don't deserve this because you're weird or you don't, none of that stuff matters. At the end of the day, like these people are only going to be temporarily around in your life. You're with you for the rest of your life. From the day you are born to the day we die, we are the only people in our lives that are constant.
Yes. Very true.
So be kind to yourself.
And sip your tea.
And drink your coffee.
Yeah, so what she said.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to wrap this up because I think Gloria babbled too much.
I did. I'm sorry, you guys.
But that's okay. People like listening to you babble.
Where else you can listen to me babble?
There we go.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Well, I was hoping you would plug me, but okay.
Okay. Go ahead and do your thing then. I will allow it.
Pshaw. No. If you would like to hear me babble, please feel free to look me up on Glowing Off Script. It's my own podcast.
Yes, Gloria has her own podcast.
Where I babble.
Actually, she's doing a great job.
I'm trying.
And it's worth checking it out. So you guys look up Glowing Off Script. It's released every Friday.
Yes, so I have 2 episodes up so far.
And they are fantastic.
Yes, working on the 3rd.
Yes.
Look for it next weekend or next Friday.
Look for it. Actually, listen to the first 2 right now on Spotify.
Yes.
And I think Apple Music.
We need to figure
Apple
out
Podcast.
how to release those across.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm Don't worry.
Producer.
Don't worry. Be happy. All right, guys. Do not forget the website, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. Go on there for news. You can actually stream the podcast from there. All kinds of good stuff. We try to post stuff that we talk about on the shows and stuff like that. Our email, if you want to drop us a line, sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. And the socials, you know all the socials, TikTok, etc. TikTok's probably the best one. And look for my book. My book's out now. It's May, December, and The Ballad of Joey Flowers. It's available on Amazon, Amazon Kindle. It's on Nook, and there was a slight issue with the Barnes & Noble paperback edition, so that one's kind of on hold right now, but we're working on that. So once that there's an update on that, I'll let you guys know. All right, so thank you for listening, as always. Appreciate all of you. And Mrs. Rosario, what are you doing?
Trying to quietly make my drink here.
Oh, without interrupting the show?
Yeah, but I
But we're
interrupted
at
it
the-
anyways.
We're at the end, so we're okay. You go ahead and get your drink ready.
I interrupted it. I'm sorry. I interrupted it
All
anyways.
right,
Damn it.
what do you want to add, lady?
Yeah, so in all seriousness, please go check out my show, Glowing Off Script. It's going to be available every Friday. We don't know what streaming services, but just look for it. I promise you guys it's there.
It's there. People have been raving about it so far. So,
No, also, real quick, you guys, thank you so much for reaching out to me. You know, I've gotten...
and if you want to be a guest on her show, reach out.
Yes, I am looking for guests. So if you have an interesting story, inspirational, hit me up.
At glowingoffscript@yahoo.com.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for listening again. Spread the word. Let people know that we're here. And I think that's it.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right, so we'll see you on the next episode.
Adios.